Michael Beale is apparently going to be sacked today. It is 11 o'clock and nothing's happened. The only thing that's happened today is that Rangers released the Europa League package, but then it turned out they didn't actually release it. It was only for season ticket holders. But it actually said everyone. It was general sale, it was MYGERS, it was season ticket, and then within half an hour they've changed it back. And that is pretty much it in terms of news for Rangers. Because Beale, nothing's happened. A lot of people talking about this whole trading thing. Oh, it's the new stock market, it's the start of the new week. Rangers are going to sack him, they're going to get rid of him. Beale's going to resign, whether it be sack, resign, shite, jobby, whatever, as Big Victor said. But I don't think Beale was ever going to go, especially right now. I don't think he would never walk. I would be shocked if they sacked him right now, even though I think he needs to go, right? He's not going. I've said this now for pretty much the past week, and we can look at all these different articles, whether it be Instagram or, like I said, the start of the trading week. I just can't see him going now. Here, we've got St Johnstone, we've got Real Betis, we've actually got quite a lot of games at home with St Johnstone, which is away. Then you've Real Betis at home, then you've Motherwell at home, then you've Livingston at home, then you've Aberdeen at home, and then whatever in between. Then I can't think that far ahead. So for Beale, he's got a lot of favourable ties. I mean, St Johnstone away, if he gets through that, right, and even if we draw against Real Betis, because, I think Real Betis are a really good team. I'm not even if we were at our best, you can't really go into that game expecting us to win like 3-0. Real Betis is still a really good team, so I don't think it's going to rely too much on that game now. If we get scudded like 4-0 or something, yes, I think that's going to obviously add to the pressure, but I think it's going to be more what happens in the league that's going to mount pressure on Michael Beale. But you guys have been commenting, and for me, we will be back later if anything comes this, but I'm not surprised nothing's game of this. But I think there will be some sort of announcement, whether it be with Beale or not. But Paul Seltz, a Celtic fan, has said, why would the fans want him to leave? Rangers will be in big trouble if he leaves. Hughes could only get him when Gio got sacked. He deserves more than 4 games in. No. You could argue here, does I almost forgot this guy's name there, Lee Johnston. Does he deserve more? No, he's already got the Fleetwood Town job. Some people will argue whether he deserves, but it's more than 4 games, right? He's been here since November, and we've regressed since last season, big time. The players we've brought in have been shite. Jake says maybe the players and staff are giving him pelters, and that's why I left the group page. That is a plausible reason. Mr. Cobb Salad says Deluda FC. Michael Beale himself's commented and said, looking forward to seeing all the fans doing the job centre. Well, let's be having you, Michael. You're going to sign on Wednesday, big man, because we'll all be there, right? SD says, lighten up, Jimmy. This sack story is a joke. Yeah, it is pretty much a joke. Vincent Whelan says, not a chance with Potter. Until he went to Chelsea, never heard of Potter. Well, I mean, I heard him at Brighton, but I guess he literally did nothing before that, and then he grew a beard, became clinically depressed at Chelsea, and then, yeah, I mean, that's pretty much it with him. Watty, the man, says Rangers fans would not toss barriers at the team bus or try to hurt players and managers. Some fans did a few years ago. That lot forgets easily. And then Matthew Miles is in. Matthew Miles is in the house. What happened when the Hearts game was abandoned then? Old man and a woman got injured at Argyle House, or what about the presentation night? Selective memory at loss again. Google Scottish football clubs liquidate it and you'll get it back. He's a fucking trolling cunt, Matthew Miles, isn't he? Isn't he? Matthew fucking Miles. Anyway. Mercury. Meltdown FC have been entertaining us Celtic fans since our reserve team beat you at Ibrox. Keep it up, we love it. Keep wasting your borrowed and begged time on useless managers and useless players. We just can't get enough. Well, you know what? It was shite performance. Susan Jones says he should be resigning from Rangers. He should be. Right, let's hope so, but it's not going to happen. It's not going to happen this early end of the season. It really ain't. Al Monroe says, I think we were looking for a wee bit better than that. Right, yes, because I was referring to Chris Wilder. Chris Wilder's fucking pish. He was linked to the Aberdeen job and they didn't even take him. No, but you could argue, well, maybe he turned them down. I don't really give a shit who turned who down. Chris Wilder's shite and backwards. What Rangers need is a manager that's fucking got experience and likes to win things, man. They need to stop going down this experimental route. Like, Gerrard worked, but Beale clearly hasn't. And Gio, well, that was kind of just fucking shite in the mud, wasn't it? With Gio, I mean, it looked alright for a bit. Lost the league, could have won that Europa League final, and then the arse quickly went, didn't it? With awful tactics. Rangers just need someone in. Anyone other than Beale right now, man. Anyone. Big Texas says, hashtag think of Michael, hashtag stay strong, Michael. Well, he's not dead, right? So there's that. John says, would rather Ferguson, Thompson and McLeish. I think we'd rather anyone at this stage, wouldn't we? Although Barry Ferguson is a bit of a cheerleader, so who knows. Stuart Brown says, he's got 3.5 years left to get his plans in place. No, he doesn't, man. I think he's got 3 months at top. I think the Rangers fans just didn't give Beale the time to get to know him. He's a really great guy. Just drowning in the toxic sludge as oozing out at Ibrox. The show's better than watching Celtic hump. Yeah, this show, well, you know what? This show I produce is great, isn't it? Michael Beale has just signed a 5-year deal at the Rangers. Breaking news. Everyone at the club is said to be thrilled. Here come 56. Ah, God, the Celtic fans are in full force today. Dermot Murray, why so trigger happy? Give him 4 or 5 years. Yeah, I mean, there is a general consensus here that Beale needs 4 or 5 years, and that's when you know, right? When Beale has to go. When the opposition are like, fucking give him a lifetime contract. That's when you know he's shite. Or Big Pedro back. Desperate. I mean, is he as bad as Pedro? Who knows? No one's as bad as Pedro, to be honest. Brian says, what decent manager would take this on? The board will panic if the zombies keep up the pressure. But the board pretty much stuck after all the backing and money spent. I hear Big Fat Sam is available after raking Leeds down. I wouldn't even want Sam Allardyce. I mean, he got 4 million. Right, he got 4 million. Well, I don't know, he didn't get 4 million. He was offered 4 million if he kept them up, and he couldn't keep them up. Albert says, Potter, highly unlikely. Be someone with a much lower profile who's desperate for such a job. Beale, unlikely to walk away. He'll be due a large payoff too. Sammy Buddy says, no happening, mate. Penelope says, Rangers fans should be grateful that Beale volunteered to manage their club. He's a far bigger name than Rangers deserve. No one of any calibre will take the job. I mean, come on, right? I know that's a trolling comment, but fucking no one even knew who Michael Beale was. Like, see when Michael Beale and Gerrard were at Rangers, probably 75% of people didn't even know who fucking Michael Beale was. They probably just seen a guy standing next, right, to Gerrard with MB written on his training kit, and they went, who the fuck's that fud? But it's only when Gerrard gets sacked, people were like, oh, it was all Michael Beale. Once the rumours with us, oh, it was all Michael Beale. It was never Gerrard. Fucking put some respect on Gerrard's name. Michael Beale couldn't run a bath. And yeah, I mean, more trolling about 2 trophies in 11 years. So that's pretty much where we're going to leave it. All the comments have been read. Michael Beale has not been sacked yet. Will he get sacked? No. I am 99.9% sure he will not get sacked today. I think it's just a load of smoke and mirrors. It's a load of shite. He's not going to get sacked. And that's pretty much it. We will be back later if he does get sacked, but I can guarantee he will not be getting sacked. Will he survive September? Yes. I mean, how many games we play in September? 5? How many games would it take for Beale to lose in September to get sacked? I mean, I kind of want to forget about the Real Betis one because I think it will be kind of irrelevant, that game, in the board's viewing of sacking him. To be honest, even win or draw or lose, unless it's a massive defeat. But you look at the league, we've got 2 home games in the league. We've got an away game against St Johnstone. We've a game against Livingston. If we drop any more points in the league and go out the cup, for example, even though I think at home to Levy, how can you even manage that? I think if you're out the cup and you drop any more points, he fucking has to. I mean, I think he has to go right now. So obviously he's going out the board. We'll probably think so. So yeah, I think he pretty much has to win every game up until the next Old Firm. And say, well, I mean, if Celtic drop a lot of points and, then maybe winning every game's a bit of an unrealistic target because then you've already automatically caught points on them. So we'll have to wait and see, guys. But anyway, until next time, we're back later if Beale goes, but he's not going. I can guarantee you that. Michael Beale is here to stay. Will it be for 56 or will it be for 3 in a row? Time will tell.